Chosen one, there is a reason you have felt different your entire life, a reason you have always sensed something deeper about your existence. From the day you opened your eyes to this world, echoes of forgotten truths have resounded in your soul, truths that have been shrouded, suppressed, and overlooked for centuries. It is no coincidence that you are here now, listening to these words. You might have questioned the path that led you here, or wondered why your heart tugs at mysteries others seem to dismiss. The answer is that the truth about you, about your power, your calling, your heritage, was never intended to remain hidden forever. There comes a moment when secrets must rise to the surface, and that moment has arrived. Take a slow, deep breath, allowing yourself to feel the magnitude of what is unfolding. You see, the world has changed so much over the centuries, but one thing remains constant. Extraordinary souls are born in every era to challenge limitations and push humanity forward. You are one of these souls, destined to break the chains of convention. Those who came before you recognized this energy, even if they could not fully name it. Perhaps you have read ancient stories about special beings, or even encountered the faintest whispers of prophecy in old texts or legends. These accounts, though often cloaked in metaphor, hinted at individuals just like you, scattered across time and space, carrying a powerful spark that has the potential to revolutionize everything. Before we dive deeper, let us pause for a vital moment of alignment. There are 3 small yet profound actions you can take to amplify the energy of this message. First, click the like button, signaling both to the universe and to yourself that you are ready to receive. Second, subscribe to this channel, because the journey of awakening is rarely meant to be walked alone. We need to support each other. Third, leave a comment with the number 777. This number resonates as a sacred code, declaring to all seen and unseen realms that you stand prepared to claim your birthright. These may sound like ordinary steps, but each act is a ripple in the energetic web that shapes your reality, weaving your intention into the tapestry of universal possibility. Yes, the truth about you has indeed been hidden for centuries. Long ago, certain knowledge was either lost, suppressed, or coded in symbols so that only those with awakened hearts could decipher it. While many attribute this concealment to conspiracies and outside forces, a deeper layer of secrecy comes from within. Sometimes, the soul itself chooses to hide knowledge until you are mature enough, strong enough, and devoted enough to handle it. Think of it as a protective mechanism, ensuring that powerful truths do not fall into hands or hearts unprepared for their responsibility. Only when a chosen one is ready, through trials, through heartbreak, through yearning, do the veils begin to lift. Look back on your life. There have been instances that defy coincidence. Sudden epiphanies, uncanny synchronicities, dreams that felt like ancient memories, and an almost relentless pull toward higher understanding. These moments were more than random events. They were signposts. They pointed to an inherent legacy that thrums beneath the surface of your everyday experiences. While others might shrug off such occurrences, you could not ignore them. Something in your core demanded that you pay attention. That is how you know you are different. While the rest of the world may bustle around, anchored by mundane concerns, you drift toward the unknown, driven by an insatiable urge to discover truth in all its forms. In centuries past, many awakened souls were misunderstood, labeled as outcasts, sorcerers, or fools. Some were hunted, others revered, but nearly all endured a sense of loneliness. In certain societies, their gifts were nurtured. Temples of wisdom existed where individuals like you learned to harness their abilities for the good of all. Yet over time, these sanctuaries faded, replaced by institutions that valued conformity over expansion. That is why so many modern chosen ones feel adrift. You sense a grandeur in life that is not mirrored by mainstream values, and sometimes you wonder if you are losing your mind. Let me assure you, you are not. You are merely tuned in to the frequencies that the world once regarded as sacred but now largely overlooks. Over the years, you have likely encountered barriers, emotional challenges, financial hurdles, conflicts within your closest relationships. These obstacles often feel magnified in your life, more so than you observe in others. That is not because you are cursed. It is because you carry the responsibility of enormous potential. The universe tests those with big missions, preparing them through adversity. Every tear you shed, every betrayal you overcame, every mountain you climbed was not random. It was a forging process. Like steel in fire, you have been refined. Each adversity peeled away illusions, revealing glimmers of the truth that once lay dormant. Can you recall those moments of personal breakthrough, when you emerged from darkness with newfound clarity? In those instances, your essence glowed more brightly, stepping a bit closer to the truth about who you really are. Many chosen ones possess heightened intuition, empathy, or even healing abilities, even if these gifts manifest in subtle ways. You may feel physical sensations when others are in emotional pain, or experience vivid dreams that later unfold in reality. You might instinctively gravitate towards spiritual study, alternative forms of healing, or esoteric philosophies that mainstream society casts aside. All these signs point to your deeper lineage, a lineage that transcends cultural labels and genealogical lines. Your spiritual ancestry involves archetypal wisdom keepers, guardians of lost knowledge, and luminous beings who anchored higher vibrations on this planet. They walked the earth in distant ages, leaving behind fragments of wisdom for future generations of awakened souls, like you, to rediscover. Perhaps you feel a persistent sense of urgency, as though time is running short and you must fulfill your destiny quickly. This feeling is valid. The world is racing towards significant junctures, socially, environmentally, spiritually. Old structures crumble while new potentials rise. The pace of change seems to escalate with each passing day. That urgency you feel is your internal alarm clock, telling you that now is the moment to step fully into your calling. The planet needs you at your most potent, your most awake. Dormancy is no longer an option, and do not mistake your readiness for arrogance. This calling is about service, not ego. You stand on the cusp of something massive, both personally and collectively. It is natural to have doubts. How many times have you thought, maybe I'm imagining this, maybe I'm too idealistic? Doubt is part of the awakening. It keeps you grounded, preventing reckless leaps until you have integrated enough wisdom to safely navigate. Yet the difference between crippling doubt and healthy skepticism is your willingness to keep moving forward. Healthy skepticism leads you to seek answers, to test your insights, and to refine your approach. Crippling doubt leaves you paralyzed. If you find yourself stuck, remember that true growth requires stepping beyond your comfort zone. Each courageous act, no matter how small, invites fresh revelations that replace confusion with conviction. Pause and imagine what your life could look like if you fully accept the ancient truth of who you are. Envision living with unshakable clarity, guided by an inner compass that aligns you with divine purpose. Feel the surge of vitality that arises when you act in accordance with your highest calling. See the people who would benefit from your gifts, the communities you could heal, the innovations you could spark. Let this vision anchor in your heart. This is not a fantasy. It is a blueprint for your future, one that has been waiting for you to step into it. The details might still be fuzzy, but the energy of it should resonate in your soul, filling you with both exhilaration and a soft, reverent kind of awe. And yes, stepping into that destiny might disrupt the comfort zones of those around you. Friends, family, and colleagues who do not understand your path may question or even ridicule your choices. This is often the painful price of emergence. Look at the history of mystics, prophets, and sages. Many were scorned by their contemporaries, only to be revered by future generations. While their roads were lonely, they remained faithful to their calling. You too might face isolation, especially at the start. Hold onto the knowledge that your path is valid, regardless of external opinions. Over time, some people who once opposed you may come to respect your authenticity, while others may simply fade away. This natural process ensures that those who remain in your life are aligned with your true nature and mission. No journey of awakening is complete without acknowledging the shadow aspect of our human experience. Even as a chosen one, you are not exempt from flaws, temptations, or negative tendencies. In fact, the more light you carry, the more your shadow demands attention. Some days you may feel torn between your higher aspirations and older patterns of behavior. This inner tension is both normal and necessary. Embracing your shadow, acknowledging fear, anger, jealousy, or doubt, without letting it define you can be one of the most powerful catalysts for growth. When integrated, your shadow energy transforms into a wellspring of compassion and depth, allowing you to guide others through similar struggles. Over centuries, much has been done to keep spiritual truths fragmented and hidden. Doctrines have been distorted, sacred texts manipulated, and entire libraries of mystical knowledge destroyed. Yet truth is persistent, re-emerging through the hearts of those who cannot be silenced by dogma or fear. You are one of these torchbearers, designed to find your own path through the rubble of half-truths. This means that while you can learn from teachers, religions, and philosophies, ultimately you must trust your inner voice. The purest revelations often arrive through silent knowing, an inner pulse that resonates without logic or explanation. As you expand your awareness, you will discover that the greatest teacher resides within. Modern technology, for all its faults, has become a channel through which awakening souls can connect across the globe. You are part of a digital tribe, a web of kindred spirits bridging distances once insurmountable. From these connections, you can gather clues, share experiences, and discover that you are far from alone. Energy does not adhere to the limitations of geography. If you remain open and discerning, technology can serve as your ally, guiding you toward the resources, communities, and revelations your journey requires. That is another reason this message has found you. It is part of the cosmic design, linking you to a bigger narrative that spans continents and centuries. Deep down, you may feel unworthy or overwhelmed by the magnitude of this calling. Why me? You might ask. The answer is simple yet profound. You were born for it. The combination of your soul's history, your personality's inclinations, and even the timing of your birth align for this very purpose. All the heartbreaks and victories you've experienced led up to now, shaping you into the vessel needed to channel an ancient truth that seeks expression in the modern world. Yes, the work can be monumental. Yes, you will need to refine your skills, cultivate discipline, and remain humble. Yet each step forward will bring an infusion of grace, as if the universe breathes with relief, finally able to reveal a fragment of truth it has guarded through countless generations. Perhaps one of the biggest illusions you must shed is the notion that your influence is small. A single candle can brighten a room consumed by darkness. Imagine what your unique gifts could achieve in a world starved for authentic love, courage, and innovation. You need not be a celebrity or hold political power to be impactful. Genuine power lies in the resonance of your intentions and the purity of your actions. The more aligned you are with your soul's truth, the more your presence alone can catalyze shifts in the energy fields of those around you. This ripple effect spreads further than you can see, carrying seeds of transformation into hearts you may never meet. You will likely discover that the path ahead requires a redefinition of success. Mainstream culture often equates success with wealth, status, or external accomplishments. While material abundance can be part of the picture, genuine fulfillment for a chosen one comes from living in constant alignment with purpose. This might lead you to choose a humble role that fosters immense spiritual impact, or it might thrust you onto a stage that demands you shine in front of thousands. Neither scenario is inherently superior. What matters is that you remain true to your inner compass, refusing to compromise your values or mission simply to appease societal expectations. Do not expect the path to be linear. Awakening often occurs in waves, periods of intense illumination followed by plateaus or even backslides that test your faith. You might feel on top of the world one week, only to be plunged into doubt the next. This ebb and flow is how you strengthen your spiritual muscles. Each cycle forces you to refine your understanding, purge deeper layers of ego, and fortify your resolve. Over time, you will notice that while challenges still arise, you navigate them with increasing grace, learning to dance with life's storms rather than be pummeled by them. In these moments, you realize your true mastery is not about avoiding difficulties, but about transforming them into catalysts for further awakening. One profound aspect of your hidden truth is your capacity to heal yourself, others, and even the energetic imprints left behind in places. This healing might be literal, as in physically restoring the body, or it might manifest as emotional or spiritual support that frees others from their own chains. Trust the intuitive nudges that guide you to the right tools, mentors, or practices. Healing is not reserved for a select group of professionals. It is an innate function of awakened souls, each working in their own unique way to mend the fractures within society and within individuals. The key is to remain humble and loving, for true healing occurs when the ego steps aside to allow universal energy to flow. Sometimes you may question the urgency you feel within your heart. Why must I move so quickly? You might wonder. The answer lies in the collective readiness of humanity. We stand at a tipping point, with countless souls yearning for direction but unsure where to find it. They are searching for beacons who can show them a new way to exist, balancing logic with spirituality, technology with empathy, personal growth with communal well-being. As a chosen one, your role is not just personal. It is communal. The speed at which you awaken to your hidden truth can catalyze the awakening of many others. Every day you hesitate, seeds of potential remain ungerminated in the collective field. Conversely, every breakthrough you experience radiates outward as a testament that transformation is possible. Of course, spiritual pride can be a hidden trap on this path. Recognizing your uniqueness does not entitle you to dismiss the value of others. On the contrary, an awakened perspective should heighten your empathy and sense of interconnectedness. Understand that each individual you meet holds a piece of the cosmic puzzle, albeit in different forms and stages of awakening. Rather than viewing them as less evolved or obstacles to your journey, see them as reflections and teachers. Some souls shine your virtues back at you, while others mirror your shadows. Each encounter, harmonious or challenging, is an invitation to deepen your compassion and refine your inner clarity. In the face of negativity or misunderstanding, resilience is your ally. The more you embody your hidden truth, the more you may stand out in ways that spark envy, confusion, or hostility from those clinging to the status quo. Instead of shrinking back, respond with unwavering love. Learn to diffuse tension by radiating the peace that stems from your authenticity. Offer kindness even when it is not reciprocated. Such responses are not signs of weakness, but of mastery. You show the world another way to handle conflict, one rooted in wisdom rather than domination. Over time, your example can shift atmospheres, opening hearts that once seemed impenetrable. One of the greatest challenges is balancing your mystical inclinations with the practical demands of daily life. Bills must be paid, chores completed, relationships nurtured. The key is integration. Every mundane task becomes an opportunity to embody the presence you cultivate during meditation or spiritual study. Washing dishes can be a sacred act if you do it with mindfulness, acknowledging that you contribute to a harmonious environment. Making a living can become an expression of service if you align your work with your core values. In these subtle ways, you weave the truth of your soul into the tapestry of everyday life, dissolving the divide between the sacred and the ordinary. Eventually, as your hidden truth emerges more fully, you will discover that life flows with an effortless grace, even when challenges arise. Serendipities multiply. Solutions appear before problems overwhelm you. People, resources, and insights come together at just the right time. This state of flow is not about circumventing difficulties, but about handling them from a state of alignment. When you accept your calling, when you stop resisting your gifts, you synchronize with the cosmic pulse. Doors that were once locked open with a single touch, and you marvel at how everything is orchestrated so elegantly. At this pivotal juncture, pause to reflect on the significance of what we have explored. You arrived at this message because the time is ripe for you to confront the truth that has been concealed for far too long. Acknowledge the sense of familiarity that swells in your chest right now. That comfort and excitement are signs that you are touching the edges of a grand cosmic memory. If you feel compelled, do not ignore the impulse. Like this video, subscribe to remain within a supportive community, and type 777 in the comments to declare your readiness. These outward actions may seem small, but they carry an inward echo that resonates through your entire being, signaling your choice to awaken fully. As you continue forward, remain gentle with yourself. Awakening to ancient truths is a lifelong process, not a single epiphany. Each layer of understanding peels away to reveal further depths, and there is always more to learn. There may be moments of sheer exhilaration, when you feel unstoppable, and moments of despair, when you wonder if you have lost your way. Both are integral to your evolution. Trust that the universe stands beside you, guiding you like a seasoned companion who cherishes your growth. Even in your darkest hours, you are never truly alone. Threads of connection weave through your soul to the hearts of all those who have embraced their calling, past, present, and future. Over time, as you fulfill your path, you will look back and see how everything in your life, every triumph, every heartbreak, every fleeting chance encounter, conspired to bring you to this extraordinary moment of realization. You will recognize the divine orchestration that once seemed elusive. You might even laugh at how intricately planned it all was, hidden beneath the surface of daily struggles. The lines of destiny converge exactly where your will meets your faith. This is your moment to step onto that sacred intersection without turning back. You have nothing to fear, for you carry within you a wisdom older than mountains and stars. In the final analysis, the truth about you cannot remain hidden any longer. With the veils lifting, your role as a chosen one stands illuminated. The question now is, will you honor this knowledge? Will you dare to bring it out of the shadows and into your life? If your answer is yes, accept not only the blessings but also the responsibility. Everything you think, say, and do will ripple outward, shaping the collective consciousness of humanity. Let that thought fill you not with dread, but with a sense of holy purpose. If you remain steadfast, guided by love and anchored in your highest principles, the illusions that once bound you will dissolve, replaced by a reality that resonates with the brilliance of your true essence. Though your calling is immense, you do not have to carry it alone. The universe meets you halfway every time you decide to move forward. Look for the signs, the guides, the synchronicities that will become more frequent now that you are aware. Pay attention to the quiet voice within that whispers in your dreams and sparks your inspiration. It has been there all along, waiting for you to notice. Above all, hold close the love that initiated this entire journey. Love for truth, love for life, love for yourself. That love fuels the cosmic engine that propels you onward. Chosen one, you are on the threshold of unveiling truths that have lain hidden for centuries, locked behind walls of forgetfulness and fear. The time to retrieve them is now. Step into the luminescent path unfolding at your feet. Remember who you are. Remember what you are capable of. Remember that the world needs the gifts you have guarded in the depths of your being. And when you feel the doubts creep in, recall these words and the stir in your heart that they awakened. Like dawn breaking after a long night, your truth emerges, majestic and unstoppable, lighting the way for yourself and for countless others who await your spark. This is your moment. This is your inheritance, and it can no longer be hidden.